for this special event. Myself and our team extremely pleased to see all of you here today to join our event. The title from concept to creation, design and manufacturing. So I just like to share from our website a bit about AutoCAD system. AutoCAD system, as you know, is a leader in Autodesk solution and training. We have been supplying, trained, and supporting almost all Autodesk range of products such as AutoCAD, Inventor, Fusion 360, 3ds Max, Revit, and many more. We are here since 1993, and this year marks our 30 years of existing and cooperating in Malaysia. We also have one of the largest base of customer base in any industry in Malaysia, covering manufacturer, production, consultation, contractor, ICT, and many more. AutoCAD systems offering services are practical, functional, and of course, priced competitively. We are guided by a set of core values that includes integrity, honesty, and trust. So, our mission statement, as you see here, that we also put in on the stage that we try to emphasize our mission statement that we are empowering customers to succeed with Autodesk solution, training, and support as a Autodesk authorized group partner and authorized training center. And also our vision statement, revolutionizing CAD to be irresistibly cool, exciting, and fun, inspiring limitless creativity and innovation through immersive training and collaborative platform, and redefining what is possible in design and make. So, as a continued support to our customers and our value-added services, we are offering, and I believe some of you have some experience with our trainings, and this is one of our offering also, help desk. Of course, many of the users every day they are facing some issue technically, or they are asking about their licensing. So anytime they can just sign in to our website, help desk, and then can make a report and can do inquiries or anything related to your license. We also have here, as you see, this blinking chat. We have a live chat also. If you have any issue on your license, anything to ask related to the software, anytime you can have a live chat with our staff at AutoCAD system. Okay. Other than that, we also have. Okay, I would like to open our calendar of event. This is our calendar of event. Every week we have 3 online lessons. We broadcasting live using Zoom, half an hour, normally around 2 p.m. every day. Every week with a different topic. So I just go overview from here. Later on, maybe some of you will try it from our website. May I ask how many of you here have been in AutoCAD system for a training? Can raise your hand. Okay, some familiar faces. Okay, thank you very much. And then I believe you also join our free online lesson and also watch our YouTube channel. We have our YouTube channel that can we have a playlist of whatever we show in this free online lesson. We put up in the YouTube, so every time you need it to refresh your knowledge or anything, anytime you can go to our YouTube channel. Okay, without more, I just like to give our commitment that our customer as a stakeholder and their success is our success as well, in a way. We are passionate about our customer success, and it's only possible if we are able to help our customers to learn how to utilize Autodesk solutions so that they can focus on what they are designing. Good design means a good business to everyone. And we will do our best to help our customers to achieve this. And also to have a good, of course, the ROI on their investment, especially on Autodesk solution. Okay, before I end up my words today, I would like to welcome each and every one of you here this morning and taking your time today to join this event. And on behalf of the ecosystem team, we are really appreciated our value customer for able to join this informative event. Hopefully, we can gain as much as information, technology updates on Autodesk solution, and we will broaden our knowledge even in just a short presentation today by our expert. So we hope you can focus, and later on can also have a questionnaire if you would like to ask anything related to your design. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the show, guys. Thank you very much.
Which is digital transformation for design and manufacturing. I would like to invite Mr. Nick, Technical Sales Specialist CAM for Autodesk Malaysia, to present. Please welcome.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, MC, and I hope when we share a good, insightful information on how is our world of manufacturing, especially in Asia. So what I'm going to do today is how digital transformation in manufacturing, so how it helps, what is digital transformation, how it helps your business, and how is it implement to help your business. All right. So before I start, I want to share a little bit of challenges that we are facing right now for manufacturing. So this is the data by one of the companies called Gartner. So you can see most of the new business now has been delayed. More than 45% is delayed. And you are shocked that more than 70% is not able to achieve the profit target. So I believe some of you might resonate to some of these challenges here, and not to talk about furthermore on current 3% of global productivity plateau, and we have 5 million of a job unfilled for manufacturing, given the challenges in the shortage of manpower and the talent, right? So, one good thing is when there is challenges, for sure there is a good opportunity for how we want to tackle the problem. We call it disruption, right? Disruption creates more opportunity for us to grow our business, right? And we always know there is a need for us to create more smart products, digitalize the process workflow. I believe our company has started to digitalize from 2D to 3D, 3D to 4D kind of a design review kind of things, right? And how to make your business more resilient to overcome uncertainty of this recent year of global issue, right? And also how to move away from traditional supply chain to more practical kind of supply chain. So how digital transformation able to lead you there? So this digital transformation is not just a tool, but it's also a journey for you, for your company to embark. Start from today, start from small, and then grow the scale with your business, right? So example here you can see an example what is the traditional life cycle. You can see from this process, right? Each department is working in silo and the workflow is not connected. So what happens when it's not disconnected? Data cannot be flown very efficiently. and we do not have productivity there, right? Right? So what happens when you connect the whole process and you start to see data can be flowed seamlessly from different department to different department? Yeah. So today I will talk you through what are the transformation capabilities that we're able to guide you on the process here. So the first area of capability is called mass customization. So what is a mass customization? Something that your company can tailor-make the product based on customer requirement. So not many companies can do that because of why? Because it requires a very complex kind of process, a very long lead time, and how to measure the process efficiency or not. Because when you are doing that, a lot of resources will pull in. For example, you have a lot of costs involved, people, investment, and also you need to involve automation. Right? So let's talk about design automation, how it helps in mass customization. So the key here is we want to have our product launch from design to manufacturing faster. So what we do is we develop a reusable design and we automate the repetitive task. This is what we want right now. Yeah, we want to reduce our repetitive tasks and you have more time to do something ready to your company, like new product creation topics. Right? Of course, while we are still actually the consultant of the design, and from there it provides you the platform to move on to the next stage. So let's have a look at one of our customers, how they adopt design automation in the mass customization.
Pixbot is the world's first open-source autonomous vehicle. It is built using an AI technology and digital manufacturing, which makes mass production of customizable vehicles cost-effective. Products are designed with generative design in Autodesk Fusion 360. Generative design harnesses artificial intelligence to quickly calculate the most optimized component design for the physical and cost parameters we provide to the program. These technologies enable shorter lead times to market, reduced material waste, and the flexibility to give our customers a comparative advantage.
Okay, so I will talk the next capability here is about digital collaboration. Why is it so important about collaboration? Right, when we are doing our project, how we want to make sure our data able to collaborate, not just in the design stage, but it also connect to the manufacturing stage. So that's the key. Why is it so important? We want to eliminate working in silo, so that we can allow the data flow seamlessly. So how we can able to help here is So here we want to have a mindset of working in a collaborative environment. We want to be more understanding and able to validate quickly. Yeah? And we want to have a more open loops, not in working in silo. And we'll be always ready. So one of our data management collection here solution will help you to speed up your product development process. How it does actually, it provides a center data, or we call it a single source of truth. Everyone will be able to access the data from there. Whether you are designer, you are engineer, you are procurement, everyone can access the same data, the latest data from there. And what it does actually, what is the impact that we give to you? We enable collaboration across different projects, different functional groups, and consistently your team able to review the design and help to deliver all the data to the right stakeholder, right? And also you can share this to your customer. So when you talk this, the same language to your customer, right? The connection is much easier. And this will speed up your communication and launch your product.
Engineering data is complex, but managing it shouldn't be. When you have a confusion of poorly managed data, people are wasting time looking for files, sifting through emails, using the wrong drawings, and working in silos. It's time to get your data under control with Autodesk Vault. Vault is product data management that keeps everyone working from a central source of secure, organized data. It integrates with your Autodesk design tools and other CAD systems, so you can quickly find what you need and prevent rework. But it's more than CAD file management. Vault ensures a consistent approach for data input, review, and release to manufacturing. Teams can access data instantly and work simultaneously without overwriting files. Vault brings together internal and external collaborators, including suppliers and customers. Share files while protecting IP. Review, mark up, and track
Anyone familiar with data management? Okay, I see one, but a bit shy. Okay, so I think it's good because when we want to collaborate better, it's good that we embark this data management. We want to protect our data. The first thing, we want to make sure the data is flowing seamlessly to your department. So the next area of capability is about flexible manufacturing. So this is a new way of manufacturing, we hope. When you are doing consideration, how you want to manufacture your product. You want to do it in-house or you do it outsourcing, right? What is the product capability and how you intend to achieve what is the input of your products that you want to deliver to your customer, right? And then what is the cost that you are willing to give, and also how you want to manage your inventory more efficiently, and then also about capability of what we have. Yeah.
At General Motors, we're all about putting our customers first and at the center of everything we do. If we can take a mile per gallon of fuel economy off, if we can extend our range 10 miles in an electric vehicle, that can be a huge competitive advantage for General Motors. As you start looking into the future, generative design paired with additive manufacturing can be completely disruptive to our industry. To deliver those functionally optimized designs and deliver performance to our customers that they couldn't get any other way. We've been doing additive manufacturing at GM for over 30 years. Rapid prototyping, assembly, tooling, jigs, fixtures. How do we take that next step? Getting people to think differently. Not migrate back to, well, we can't do it. Additive manufacturing can enable us to do this. We have some very unique design challenges in some of our upcoming vehicle programs. One of those was the seat bracket. That seat bracket is very important from a functional safety perspective. How can we fully functionally optimize that design for mass? We chose to use generative design as our design tool to come up with different options for the seat bracket. Normally when we face a design challenge like that, we may come up with 2 or 3 different design options, but with generative design we could come up with over 150 some solutions that we just couldn't have thought of with any other existing design tools. We formed a partnership with Autodesk. We thought it was a unique opportunity to really use those tools to deliver a design that we couldn't come up with any other way. We've run it through our
Anyone here familiar with Fusion 360 or generative design? I can see there is one of our car makers in Berdua who joined today. Thank you. Yeah, so you can see generative design has been adopted in aerospace and automotive industry, but it's not just stopped there. Actually, more and more industry are trying to use generative design. It's a design exploration tool by AI technology. So it gives you a very primary kind of a 3D, and then So this actually is not just conceptual design from GM, but it actually the one that printed out and used in one of the consumer range. So we can see here, right, actually this bracket able to consolidate from 8 components to 1 component. So that's at the same time it also improves the strength and reduce the weight itself. So you can see flexible additive manufacturing actually is speed up your manufacturing. If you are talking about traditional manufacturing, you need to have more and die, right? So this will slow down your product launch to market. And if let's say it's on the medical line, it's very crucial because you want to save the patient, right? So you can always use 3D printing or others to really deliver the product in a shorter time. Yeah. Right. So the fourth capability here is about customer experience. So we know customer is a key, right? So we always heard that, right? But the important is how we understand our customer needs. And what is the impact if we are trying to invest as per customer requirement, right? What is the return that you will receive from the company if you further to invest that? What kind of expectation are you looking for? And what is the delivery and data that are you ready to embark this? All right. So when we talk about design review, right, there's a new kind of new way of design review. We call it 3D virtualization, right? This is heavily used in automotive, but nonetheless, this technology also can be implemented to your product as well. This is another technology that it will show you an accurate surface and material, so that you can see, you can perceive the material itself without having the need to print out to have a physical product. And of course, we want to have a digital design iteration and more efficient because when we are using this collaboration things, right, we are not just working internally. Example like Peridot, they might need to work with outside of Malaysia to review the product, right? So if using this, they're able to cut short their time, traveling time, resources time. So these are the second thing. And lastly is to accelerate the decision making. When you're able to build your product instantly, right? You're able to decide and make a decision. Right. All right. So this is from Lisa, one of our customers.
The benefits of the digital help and the vision of Autodesk, it's allowed us to do more with the same amount of people. As a company that has nearly 60 different cars, and we need to be able to work on many of those. With Autodesk as a strategic partner, we don't have to make as many models. At my desk, I can access 60 cars and I can walk and see each one. And this kind of ability to see what is invisible is really a huge savings of time. I don't have to wait a month before I experience a design in reality. And these are the things that Autodesk has brought to us as a strategic partner is I literally can see a car in a day that didn't exist yesterday. It's really changed the way we live. Our form of communication is designing. And the more we make our designs real, is the more I understand the dreams and the ambition of all of my design team. So I look at this as a kind of a way to communicate and connect to the creative spirits in the company.
Right, so this is the last one. The last capability we talk about is smart services. You might heard of LT, AI kind of thing, right? So this is where is it, right? So when we talk about smart services, we want to ask about ourselves, how ready is our company ready to embark this, right? Even though we have ready to embark this journey, but what is the uncertainty that we will face, right? And where is the location? You want to do it cloud-based, you ready to go for cloud, or still more prefer on private cloud things, okay? Of course, how to secure your data, and then from there, how you want to really analyze your data with the expertise. So what I'm showing here actually is we call it smart factory. So you might heard of it, or you might not heard of it, or you might heard of integrated factory modeling. So what it does actually is provide a 3D kind of modeling for you to provide more competitive utilization with a digital visualization, right? And not just that, it also connects various sources of data. How you want to review your data after you build your 3D model. So these are one of the tools that are able to simulate how is the installation will be. Is there any clash detection, how to get your layout is designed in a more efficient way before you build it actual, right? So this is one of the last video here.
My name is Günter Schuh. I'm the CEO of Ego Mobile AG. Ego tries to develop the most affordable EV car, the most digital car, and especially the most sustainable car. Since the market is very new and let's say fragile, you must be adaptive. Once we have to change and adjust the product to market demands, we have to adjust immediately the factory as well, because the efficiency of the production on spot, especially on that renewed design, that is important that the factory can serve that.
Architects are planning completely different than an engineer. In a factory, both parties need to work seamlessly together. The integrated factory model is giving us the communication pattern that we are getting every party together, working on one single data set across the whole factory lifecycle.
Factory modeling is a holistic, ongoing process because you are never ready with optimizing your factory. A lot of things are directly and indirectly influencing each other. So we have to have the holistic picture of the factory, and that is possible with the equipment that we are gaining and working together from Autodesk.
No matter what industry you're in, no matter what products you use or where in the world you are, making data more accessible, more extensible, and more open will help unleash your talent, connect your processes, automate your workflows, and unlock valuable insights that will help your businesses.
Between design, construction, operations, and manufacturing. This isn't just a vision of the future, it's what we are working on now.
And though we're still facing more than our fair share of uncertainty, the problems of today are what a better tomorrow is built on. And because you make the things that actually make tomorrow a better place, I see all of you as innovators. And I see Autodesk's role as helping empower you to solve problems both big and small. We don't believe in waiting for progress. We believe in making it.
That means for us that we were able to plan, build, and start operation of our factory in only 1.5 years.
Autodesk is the enabler for us to really make it possible to have a holistic factory modeling approach.
Okay, so these are the 5 transformation capabilities. Connect your process, make your company to embark digital transformation. And if you have factory, right, so we know that ongoing actually you need to optimize your process. Like the under of video, right? It's holistic kind of process that you keep on improving your production to ensure you have achieved a good productivity and so on. Yeah. So with that, I will end my session here. Pass it to next presenter here. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nick, for the fantastic presentation. Moving on to the next session, Mr. Shafiq will be presenting on professional grade design and design confidence, validating for manufacturing success. Please welcome Mr. Shafiq Farhan, Product Manager at AutoCAD Systems. Please. Assalamualaikum and very good morning, everyone. Okay, let me change to my stuff first. All right, so I believe that some of you are already familiar with me, already know me. So we already meet in certain meeting, online meeting. So my name is Shafiq Farhan, as a product manager, design, manufacturing, and CAD system. Right, so for today's presentation, I will focus on 2 things. The first segment I will focus will be the professional grade design, which is cover design automation. If you're familiar with the logic, then you will know this topic better. The second one is a design confidence. If you need to do something, if you need to validate your object, your 3D model, before you do the fabrication, then the third topic, segment 3 is very good for you also. So let's straight away go to the first topic. So everyone knows that Autodesk Inventor Professional is a 3D mechanical design software. So these 3D mechanical are able to create a single part and then combine all the parts become assembly. Right, so each part you can create as a sheet metal, as a normal solid part. So once you already create everything, you also able to do a welding, means you want to combine 2 sheets or 2 frames together, you can use the welding features in Inventor. Okay, straight away go to another option that Inventor have, which is the cube and pipe. So everything, these things are included in Inventor. When you install the Inventor, pre-default you will get these 3. Right, so another technologies that Inventor have also will be the parametric modeling, freeform and direct edit. Let's go to the design automation. So design automation, so in bracket iLogic. So iLogic is one tool that you are using your 3D model combined with the programming language that you will get this thing. From first design, change to second design, change to third design. Only use programming. Okay, no need to remodel again one by one. Okay, so what I try to solve. So if you are familiar with this program language, so I believe that most of you learn in engineering degrees, you learn about mathematics form. So we also learn about this if, then, and if. So means if some value, then what will happen? Then we close the if syntax. After I done with all these things, what happened? I can generate this kind of configuration. For example, the conveyor, I just need to insert the value of length, insert the value of height that I want, and change everything. It will change the whole model. Okay, let's go to the demonstration of this iLogic. So throughout Inventor, you will see that they have iLogic features, iLogic tag in your Inventor later. So once you already create the program, it will look something like this. So what if you want to change, you just need to change the value and then hit apply. So then you will see that the model will be updated automatically. Okay, no need to redraw, remodel, and so on. So just key in the value, and the model will be updated. So after this, we will go on the board and together with the foreground. Okay, so then will be, if you want to add more item also, can be just have tick button. So this will be an example if I have one program. Just need to click on this button and choose whatever parameter that you want to change. Insert the value. Then insert another value that you want to change also. Then the software will help you to generate, to remodel your modeling. So no need to copy your design to another folder and then edit one by one. That will be not the right proper way. So this will be the proper and good way. So you just need to change the parameter and everything will be changed. Okay, so after that, we are able to do this thing. So this one we call it as a form, means we want to make it our configuration table. So just drag and drop every parameter that we have, that we created to the form. That becomes the table, and this will be the result and the outcome. So as that simple, but you need to know about the programming language and you need to know how to read your parameter. That is it for design automation. All right. So next is for this topic, another topic which is Inventor also have one capability to do AutoCAD. So they have the technology, we call it as the AutoCAD technology. Okay, so some company, your department are using Inventor, but some department, they are not using Inventor, they are using SolidWorks, so other software. So what happened, every time the different department want to share file with you, they will share the tech file. So now, with any CAD technologies, you just ask them to send the SolidWorks parts or assembly. Inventor can open directly. If they do any changes on the model, it also will be updated. Okay, so they will have plenty of software that Inventor can open. So in Inventor, in our product exercise, Inventor also can work well with Revit. So Revit is one of software that creating building information modeling, okay, to create construction modeling. So I have one sample. This one is the Revit software. Okay, this one is the Revit software. So I as what we call manufacturer for awning. Okay, I want to make my awning that meet the building. So my awning is every time the contractor or the client want to change their building or change their design, I need to change again my awning every time. So that's why using Inventor, you can use AutoCAD combined with the iLogic. Okay, so you can generate all the boom. Okay, generate to get all the lists because we want to create a detailed drawing, expert model, everything inside Inventor. This one is easily created using Inventor, I believe. Okay, and then another one will be the iLogic. So you can click, change the size, change the angle if any, change the level of details also. Okay, since the contractor, since the construction site, they don't need to have very detailed parts modeling. We just need to set the simple one, the simplest one, instead of give the detailed one. So this one is a simple one. If I change back, this will be for our internal reference. Okay, so with one model. Right? So now we will see how Inventor can open a Revit file or SolidWorks file. So just hit open CAD, look for any model, and then you can open any file, any CAD file. So just hit open, and you will see that your 3D modeling will appear here. Right? So we just need to go to Inventor to place the original model. For example, from SolidWorks, they have a machine. Then somebody that create a jig, then I can paste the machine and just create the jig inside the machine. Okay, instead of I need to convert and then reconvert again. So a lot of code. Okay, so this one, all the libraries, all the properties will be appear in Inventor also, even though this one is not created using Inventor. So we just can remove and insert back the new size and new design using the things that we created using Inventor and iLogic. So just transfer to here. So this one still Inventor, right? So after this, if you are manufacturer and then your client asks for a Revit item or BIM item, no worries, because Inventor can do that things. No worries anymore. So no need to think that you need to purchase a new tool, new software, then you need to spend more. Okay, with Inventor, basically you can do all mechanical things for construction. Okay, after you've done your detailed drawing, you just need to convert it to RFA. RFA stands for Revit Families. Okay, so no need to purchase new software unless you are dealing with the project that need to coordinate inside. Then you need to have two software for every contractor. Okay, so like I mentioned that Revit and Inventor are able to work together. Okay, so the first things that if I have this kind of, for example, if I have this AHU, okay, a handling unit, so I can simplify this model because contractor or the construction, they don't want to see all these things, all the pipe inside, they don't want to see. They only want to see where is the outlet and where is the inlet for piping. Okay, so we just can use Inventor, make it this model simplified, okay, using the simplify your design, and then convert into the BIM object. That's it. So there we have one step only in Inventor, we call it as a BIM content. Right, so that will be the things that people still confused, manufacturers still confused. Okay, they think that if they need to do a BIM, then they need to redo everything again using Revit. That's wrong. Okay, so I would like to have fun activity. So please use your phone and then try to scan the QR on the screen right now. This QR will bring you to one portal. We call it as a viewer.autodesk.com. Am I right? Okay, viewer.autodesk.com. Later you will see one model, which is an engine. Okay, so I use my phone, try to scan the QR. So just hit scan. Okay, if you miss out the link with that. So again, then scan it. Okay, that's second. So basically, this link will bring you to one portal. We call it as a viewer Autodesk. In Inventor, if you're using 2023 and above, so after you've done with the 3D modeling, you will have one button, we call it as a share view. Hit, and then your model will be saved in cloud for 30 days. You can set the limit actually for 30 days, the limit. Okay, so this will be the jet engine. Okay, from this model, right? So if I open using my phone, there will have a few features that we are able to do. The first one, we can view the model and rotate the model. So by using one finger, you can rotate the model. By using two fingers, you can zoom in and zoom out the model. Okay, next, if I want to focus on one item, just hit on this item, hold, isolate. Okay, again, hold, show all object to show everything again. The most powerful button will be this one. You can click on this explode and try to drag the bar at the bottom area. Okay, so this will be the things that really interesting if you have a 3D, complicated 3D modeling. So if you have a very big machine and then you upload here, then you can see everything in the cloud base. Right, so we just need to have, at least you have internet connection, so you can see all these things. Right, so that will be my presentation for the first one, the second segment. So any question about iLogic, any question about AutoCAD? So far, no? Okay, you can keep your question because after this we have a question and answer segment. Okay, if you want to ask anything about the question and answer, just can ask later. Right, so for the third segment, we have topics that cover on validate your manufacturing success. Instead of your making 3D modeling without any manufacturing knowledge, so you can make use of these all features. The first features, we call it as a tolerance analysis. So I have a 3D model that I want to do an analysis. So what is the safety? Okay, what is the clearance of my modeling? Okay, normally in drawing, we can do this. Okay, we can do all symbols here. But what if I want to make it in a 3D? So I can just go to the tolerance analysis tab. So we can do some setting here, and then we can change the tolerance in here. So then you will see this kind of result that your model is safe or not safe. Okay, this one is by default. This one is another plugin. You need to install another plugin in Inventor. Okay, so you just need to change the value of tolerance, then you will see the result outcome. Okay, so the objective of this tolerance analysis, we want to see the result meet the objective or not. So if you see that this have a lot of green color, means your design is good design. Okay, with a lot of red color, you need to amend a lot of things in your design. Okay, so another one will be the factory layout. For the factory layout is if you plan to do an arrangement of 3D modeling. Okay, so for example, like you want to make a very long conveyor, then you just want to arrange one by one manually. Okay, so using Inventor, then we have one button that can integrate 2D to 3D and then 3D to Navisworks. Okay, so this will be the things that you can do using factory layout. So this one I don't want to touch details. Okay, so for the advanced simulations, if we want to create a FEA analysis, finite element analysis, for example, this table. Okay, just straight away go to this table. I try to make it simplified and then add a load, add constraint. Then we can study either this design are able to stand load or not. Okay, so just see this video first. So hit on this Nastran and you will see that at this top area, you need to set up one by one. Okay, so the first one, you need to set up the constraint, the load. Okay, so after you set up these two things, so this constraint for sure for this table at bottom of the leg. Okay, while for the load will be at top here. Okay, so this will be reflected. Right. So after you've done setting all these things, okay, and then do the meshing and run the simulation, you will get the result that able to get the color of your analysis. Okay, so you need to know more about the meshing setting because the mesh is very important. Since the mesh is referred to your site, your part site, then the mesh is very important. Okay, if you have thickness 15, you need to make sure that the mesh setting is less than 15. So just hit and then click run, then your modeling will be done. Make sure if you want to use this thing, make sure your PC RAM is more than 16 gig RAM. Okay, so 16 gig and above. If you are using 8 gig, then bit problematic for this. Okay, you will face very lagging problem. Okay, for the last part will be my CAM. Okay, so for Inventor CAM, if you are looking with 2.5 5 axis simulation, okay, you have a 3D part that you want to do a CNC program. Okay, so I just need to use the Inventor CAM, which is another plugin need to be installed in your Inventor. So you can do all things together with the turning and moving. So in case I have a 3D part, right? So I just need to open the 3D part and then do some setting on the CAM file. So first thing first, we need to do the setup. Okay, first thing first, we need to do the setup. So this will be the material that we will use. The tools that we will use. Just choose any type of tools. Hit OK. Okay, and then do the setup. This one is to represent your raw material. If your raw material is start from the die cast product, then you make it as a die cast. If your raw material start from the solid block, then you choose a solid block. Okay, this example as a solid block. Okay, then we just need to use the face, choose the face. Software will run automatically, nothing to do manually. Unless if you want to change the direction, then you need to do the setting in Inventor. If not, everything will be automatic actually in Inventor. Okay, so you can select one by one, process by process, face mill, end mill, hole, everything. It will do simulation for you. Okay, so let's see, second process will be the milling. Okay, so do some setting here and then you can learn on how to set it properly. So after do setting here, you can hit OK and you will see that the second process will be here. So you see that all the toolpath is auto-generate. It's not manual. It's auto. Okay, just need to click the face that you want to cut. Everything is auto. So after you're done, you just hit simulate and hit play. You can see that the toolpath moving around. Okay, so this will be the example of it. So for sure that we don't cut until this step for sure. So this is only an example. Okay, so after completed the process, we can transfer this simulation, okay, to a post-processor. To a post-processor. Just hit on this post-processor at the top area to generate the post-processor. Okay, so any changes with the modeling will be also auto-updated here. So this will be another process, which is the additive process. Okay, so delete that. After this, it will generate the G code. Okay, so the end game for this CAM, we just want the G code. That will be the end game. So if you already have the G code, so what next? Basically, you just need to transfer your G code using pen drive or using network to your missing CNC. Then your CNC can run already. So you need to make sure the operator set up the data, then can run the simulation already. So that's how the concept is. So that's this easy. You already get key process. Okay, so after that, first process, second process, and third process which is cut at the medium here. Okay, so this will be the second process, and then the third process will be cut here. Okay, right, so the G code, you just need to hit on this process button. So that will be the things that are available in Autodesk extended file. So they will have more segment after this. Mr. Site will present about software that not included in Inventor, software that not Inventor software. They have more software in this solution, so you can integrate between these two software, right? So for my segment, so if you have any question, you can take the question or you can write down the question. After Mr. Site presentation, we will direct go to the question and answer. You can ask anything, so we will try to answer your question. Right, so that will be my presentation for today. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so I will pass back this mic to Mr. Nick. Thank you so much. Thank you for your staying here with us and keep your 100% focus. Here comes our final session of the day, and without further ado, please give a warm welcome to Mr. Sai, Solution Consultant from DataTech Solution Malaysia. Please, Mr. Sai.
Okay, hello everyone. So I believe everyone can hear me. So okay, right. So my name is Sai. So you can just call me Sai in case you want to chat later. Okay. So basically I'm from Autodesk Distributor. So I'm covering design and manufacturing from mechanical manufacturing. Okay.
So let's just proceed to our session today. So I'll be covering two segments, which is the first one is on the benefit of connected platform, and the last one is on design exploration and collaborations. Okay, so for the first one, so Shafiq mentioned earlier that I'm going to show something that is not Inventor, but connected to Inventor, right? Earlier on, Shafiq showed Inventor CAM, Inventor Nesting. Do I sound echo? Okay. A bit echo just now. Okay, so now should be okay. All right, can I see a bit of hands here? So, is everyone here is users of Inventor? I just want to see a show of hands. So, mostly inventors. What about AutoCAD? Okay, there's a lot more AutoCAD. Okay. What about the rest of the things on the screen here? Anyone familiar or anyone use it day to day? I mean, your power user of this. So, can I see your hands? Apart from AutoCAD, about Navisworks Manage? No? Freelance Max? Okay. Recap Pro, probably very less. Okay, and the last one is well, okay. So at least I know some overview insight on what's the attendees here. Okay, I think we have a little bit of technical issues with the protectors of cables. Okay, let me just
screen.
I think we have a bit of technical issues with the projection. Okay,
Okay. Receive.
No, you're already looking at the screen.
Already looking at this.
Yeah, you can try and move the screen.
okay, but cannot proceed. So sorry about that. Okay, right. So let me just. So since everybody know AutoCAD, so do you, and some of you are already an Inventor user, so do you know that you can actually directly use your AutoCAD drawings instead of redraw in Inventor? You know, right? Basically copy from AutoCAD, paste in Inventor, and straight away give pictures to make it solid or product, right? So basically you don't have to start from scratch, just reuse whatever you have. Okay. Now, but since Shafiq already covered on that, so I'll be covering on this connected tool. Okay, so the first one we'll talk about Navisworks. Okay, so if you are in manufacturing, doesn't matter any portions or any sub industry of manufacturing, so you probably need Navisworks for something. Okay, so first of all, Navisworks is very good at bringing in all the big size files. It doesn't matter any format, they can bring in and they can process it as its own. Okay, large scale design reviews. Imagine a very big plant. Okay, with probably thousands, 10,000s, 20,000s of components. Okay, in 3D that usually will make any 3D application lag a bit. Anyone faced before? Very big assembly, you want to move in here, it's very lagging a bit, right? Even for simple reviews. Okay, this is where Navisworks excel most, where they bring in that heavy file and make it smooth. Like it's very light, okay? And then clash management. Just to make it a bit more simple, clash detection. How do you manage clash detection? It could be between a screw and a base plate, or it can be as big as maybe a plant with a beam or a plant with existing structure. Okay, so how do you manage that clash? So Navisworks can help you to auto detect all the clashes. Okay, so to summarize, okay, so they can do large 3D model aggregation, which is bringing all the big files in, and then do clash detections, set management. If they say you are working with point cloud data, Okay, let's say we are talking about brownfield projects. There already existing structure, imagine like this hall here, and you want to add something or modify something to this structure. So instead of we draw the things, maybe you have access to 3D scan. To scan things, make it point cloud, bring it in, combine it with your 3D models. Okay, so you can use it, and then design review. So you can see, you can use for presentation, like showing to customers how it looks like. It will be smooth, right? Because Navisworks can process it to make it very smooth. Okay, and 4D to 5D simulation, like project timeliner. So you can see timeline from when projects start until when projects end. You can see the progress with visual. We are not talking about just a Gantt chart. We can see the progress, how the project move. Okay, so maybe let me please. Over this. Okay, it seems like a bit of work. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, let me just read it. Sorry for the technical issue. Okay, so for example, this is a plan. Okay, so it's not very big. Okay, so but what we can do with Navisworks is we can after we bring it into Navisworks, any file format bring into Navisworks, they will make it as Navisworks own format. Okay, we can do a simple thing as measuring between one component to another. In this case, from one pump to another. This is very straightforward, very simple design review, and you can also add markups. When you add markups, it will appear on the browser on the left hand side or right hand side, depending on where you put it. Okay, and then now we are doing a clash detection. So we can see either we want to run for the whole plant or between one segment and another segment. Okay, in this case, I run the whole plant. So it will show probably hundreds of thousands of clashes in it will show in that browser area. Okay, so like now we can see that this is a very, very big plant, a very, very big factory, you can see. So imagine doing this kind of rotation, simple operation like moving and rotating. It could take some stress on your hardware or PC. Okay, so let's do this. So let's say we can also use Navisworks to do third person view. It's like you are there moving, walking around, okay, to see what's happening on the plant, to see whether your head will hit one of the beam or one of the door or what. You can also simulate, you can see that. Now it's the timeline, so you can see the project timeline. So let's say from when it starts, you can bring in all the famous project management. So right now you can see the timeline. You can see how it adds the structure there based on the project timeline. Okay. So you can see from when the day one until the end date, you can see the progress. And it's not just Gantt chart with the view. Okay, so that's on Navisworks. So since Shafiq earlier also did a little bit of activities, I also want to copy that. Okay. So I want to copy it and make it some activity on mine. So can you please bring up your phone, try to scan the QR code? I hope you can scan it. It's a little bit small on the screen. Can you access it? Okay, love it. Well, if not, you can try to move front way, maybe it will be too small. Or you can try to screen here also. You can see here. Maybe because projection can become a bit blurred. Okay, so it works here. So maybe because of the projection, it becomes a bit blurred. So basically, what I'm showing here is the so-called Autodesk rendering. It's like you're using VR. So the one in the back, can you get this? Okay, means it works. Okay, so basically this is like we can say VR. So we are using Autodesk cloud rendering. Okay, so it should look something like you are wearing VR. So we can use it. Let's say you are using on your phone, right? If you have the goggle there, like in the picture, you can put it on your phone there. You can see. or just moving your phone there, you can look around in this case, it's a factory or plant. Okay, instead of sending in images or videos to a customer, why not send something like this? Differentiate yourself from others. Okay, so you can see better. Okay, you can propose better, you can close the deal faster. Okay, right? So there's still some stress again. Okay, all right. So you can see, I can see people moving the phone now. Means it's what it's like a VR point of view kind of thing. It's like moving based on your eyes. Okay, all right. So let me move next. Okay, so anybody here working with point cloud data? Point cloud data. Okay, so in case you in future, maybe after this, because you know that in the collection PDMC have AutoCAD Pro where you can process and play with point cloud data. So now maybe when you are working with brownfield project, instead of asking for, can I have a layout drawing of the existing structure? Can I have a 3D model of the existing structure? Why not ask them, do you have a scan of point cloud data of your structure? So the benefit by doing this, by having this or incorporate this point cloud data into your 3D model is you will get the exact condition of the facilities of the, let's say, the building there. Okay, let's say in 3D model there's no beam in the middle, but with laser scan you get all that information in. Okay, so maybe I put this. Okay, for example, in this case, they're using, there are many types, there are many brands. Okay, so in this case, they scan the whole structure there and want to reuse it. Okay, so this is basically how it looks like, and this is how AutoCAD Pro plays with it. So you can do measurement directly, you don't have to go on site. Okay, save your money to go travel and a little bit more secure although safety, because we don't know what happening on site, right? Okay, and then you can do all that measurement, we can review the conditions. Okay, and then after that, we can also reuse that point cloud data with our 3D model. Okay, so now what I'm doing here is I'm adding in my 3D models and my point cloud data into Navisworks. Okay, so there are two things here: the 3D models that is done nicely within Inventor, and the point cloud data. It's not moving. Okay, you can see the flashes there. It is showing the flashes between your 3D model and the existing structure, the one that you just scanned. Okay, they are okay. I believe everybody also agrees. Sometimes the one in 3D model and the one on site is not the same. Right? Anybody facing the same issue before would probably agree it's very best to have the scanned documents. I mean the scanned data here. Okay. Alright, so next I'll be sharing about to the SMAC. I can only see there's one hand here who used to the SMAC. So basically, in manufacturing or in other disciplines like architecture and constructions, they used to the SMAC for the materials, okay, all the photographic rendering, all the nice videos, because 3D SMAC is quite famous in this so-called creative content creation. Okay, their rendering capability is very, very high end. Okay, so some of the samples that I can show that they are doing using Max to do something like this. Okay, from a plant. Okay, so you are, sorry, it's a bit lagging on that side. Okay, so you can see that they are using and bringing all the drawings, 3D model, simulate it, animate it, make it nicer. It's very easy to propose to clients or to close deals, okay, or maybe for just your own sales material. Apart from just rendering photos and normal videos of walkthrough. Okay. So, everybody still okay? So you have your coffee earlier, right? Nobody bringing coffee? All right, so let's talk about PDM, or product data management, a bit on how you manage your design file or your design data. Okay, so can anybody share with me when they first saw this word, okay, this sentence, product data management, what comes in their mind first? Sorry, numbers? Numbers. I heard numbers. Okay, but others, the first thing that comes on your mind when you heard product data management, or I want to implement product data management in your company, for example, what's the first thing come out of your mind? Copy design, versioning, revision, security. There's probably a whole lot list of it. Okay. So usually it's more, people will often say that file versioning, security, this is standard answer usually. Okay, because the main intention of a PDM is to manage your design files. A very simple case is that you already have a very good team working on a project, but anybody keep track on the latest file? Who have the latest files? What is the latest file to use? What is the correct file to use? Anybody keep track in your team? I believe not. Maybe not all, but this is the truth. This happens a lot. So let's say, for example, in today's, I'm working on something, okay, a project, a file, so I update everything. But in the same time, my colleague also doing the same file, updating the same file, doing the same models. That already costs you like 2% resources. Okay, because there's no way to track unless you keep on. I don't know, open this file, updating this file. You guys open other files, keep on your WhatsApp group or emails. Anybody do this? No, right? There's no way to track unless you keep on telling your colleague you are doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. So in PDM, it will have to tell you who's working on what file, on what version, when, what changes they are made, and also all the previous history. So let's say that now I'm doing maybe file version 10, but suddenly I want to reuse version 7 or version 8 last few days. I can also go back. You can't do that manually unless every day you say S, save S, save S, save S. Okay, then that will come to this case. File naming. So how to track which is the latest file? File final, final warrior, final version 2, and so on. There's no way to track. So this, I saw a lot of like smiling, this probably happened to them. Okay, and then always people are often doing shared folders, save file on the servers. Okay, that's pretty standard SOPs people doing this. But when you do that, you also need to understand that when you are giving permission to someone to access the shared folder on the server, you are also giving them full access. What happened is suddenly accidentally delete a very important files. Accidentally. Or maybe someone left the company, fired something and delete the thing. There's no way for you to get them back. Unless you have very good weekly backup or something, right? Okay. This will not happen if you implement a PDM. Okay, and of course the next one that this all revolve around a product called Work Professional. Okay, so what Work Professional can do is add its own local plugin on top of all your AutoCAD, Inventor, and all the application above on the list, even Microsoft Excel, Windows, Word, and so on. Okay. So in general, how this so-called bulk or data management works. Let's see at the bottom there. Maybe it's my pointer. Okay. Okay. So let's look at here. So files, checking and out with access control. So we can control who access what files, who access what project, and also the file versions and revision control. Let's say the file, okay, the drawing or the project is done. You archive it, right? Right? Archive it. So it will bump one revision. So if you want to reuse it, you will bump another revisions. Correct? So that's how you track it. It will so what will help you to auto track that. And then in engineering firm, this is also important. document approval process or any changes approval. Okay, we call it engineering change order. So let's say someone tell you to, I mean your manager asks you to edit something or amend. Instead of sending emails, they say please change this to blah 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 and so on. They can use it from this board. It is tracked, and you can see the status of that changes. Okay, whether it's done or not, whether the site is doing it or not, they can track it. Okay, and then okay. So what is on-prem? So it also can be extended to external by using so-called Fusion technology or Fusion team. We send to external like customers, contractors, operators. You can choose whatever format you want to send. Drawings, PDF, 3D models. It's up to you. Okay. All right. So far, any questions? All good? Clear? Okay. Question? For some hands. No. Okay. All right. So we get the question at the end of the session. So next, I'm going to share on unleashing design potential. Okay, design exploration and collaborations. Okay, let's talk about design exploration first. Okay, explore the design. Any R&D engineers in house? R&D engineer, research and destroy. No, research and development. Okay, and you have one person. I believe there are few lah. So usually they're the shy one. Okay, so I was an R&D engineer before, so myself. So R&D engineer need to bring up. I mean, always their goal is to improve products, right? Their manager, their boss, hey, please improve this product. See how we can improve it. Usually, the easiest way is remove material, make it lighter. Right? The easiest way to improve a product is always make it lighter. Or use cheaper material. That will improve the cost. Right? So in some ways that is improvement. Okay, so first, lightweighting a component. So there's a lot of Inventor users here. Do you aware that you have a features called shape generator in your Inventor? You aware? Are you using it? You only saw the buttons. Okay, but didn't use it. Okay, right. So a shape generator is a a shape generator in Inventor is already in Inventor. Let's say you are having latest version of Inventor. I think they started putting shape generator probably when 2019 or 2020, if I'm not mistaken, around that. Okay, so it's to help you to get more from your part. So let's see how. Okay, so let's say for example, so let's just explain from this video. So this is the typical Inventor assembly. So let's say in this case, I want to improve that component. Okay, so this component over here, so I want to improve. It looks like a plate or something, right? How to improve this kind of thing? So of course, first of all, we can reduce the materials. Okay, so this one we are talking only in the perspective of lightweighting a component, and while keeping it strong enough for its application. Okay, so we have to of course replicate real life condition of that component. Okay, putting in all the forces, thread, what area to keep. Okay, in this case now we are doing force, so I'm putting in all the forces. Okay, so in reality, this is where all the force will focus up. So all this arrow over here. Okay, so this is what it recommends from your input of the forces. Okay, and the strength. So of course they recommend a shape. It probably is not very easy to manufacture if we just copy directly, right? We amend it, edit it, use it as reference, edit it to make it easier to be manufactured. In this case, just edit it to box here and then just extrude, cut, and then as simple as extrude, cut, here, you already have an improved parts just from them. In this assembly, there are like what 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine there are 100 of the same part in one assembly. Okay, imagine how much you have to improve the whole product. Okay, so this is shape generator. Take point, go back and try and see. You already have it. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about Inventor to Autodesk Fusion 360. Anybody use Fusion? One. You use Fusion for what, sir? Basic design, part design. Okay, so others? Okay, let's just change the questions. Anybody heard of Fusion 360 before? One. You like here. Okay. Okay, so there are a few hands here. Okay. Heard of Fusion? Okay, so Fusion and Inventor, wrong button again. Okay, Fusion and Inventor. So some say that they function almost the same. Okay, so there are pros and cons on here. So Inventor to Fusion. So in this case here, we are going to talk about in the perspective of design exploration and generative design. Okay, so just now I was sharing about shape generator. Okay, shape generator just to lightweight your component. Okay, but what generative design can do, this generative design technology is only in Fusion 360. If your license, I mean, you have product design and manufacturing collection, it means that you already have this Fusion 360 in your license. You already have it. Okay, so my intention here is to tell you that this is something that you can use since you already have it. Okay. So Inventor and Fusion 360 generative design. So basically, Mr. Nick also earlier shared something about generative design to improve parts performance and so on. So it could be something like it's very subjective. It could be something like from in this case, yeah, this seatback buckle from 8 components into one part. Okay, the part looks something like this. Okay, alien shape, futuristic, or organic, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so 8 components in one part, 40% lighter and 20% stronger. Okay, so this generative design is manufacturing aware capability. So whenever we're putting in all the rules, okay, the target what we want. So let's say I want to make sure that my studies over here, so that my components become, maybe my target is 50%, 30 to 50% lighter. So we can put that in our rules or in our target. Okay, and maybe stronger, 10 to 20% stronger. We put that in the rules. Okay. And then we also need to know our manufacturing capabilities, or in case like you outsource it to external, you need to know what machine they have. Are they using 3x2? Are they using robot access, or are they using metal printing? We can add that manufacturing capabilities into the studies as well. So they will consider. Okay, like you can see here at the bottom, a human design. This is probably designed by me myself. So I think myself how to improve the thing. Okay, weight 3 kilos. The safety factor. So safety factor is the product strength. Okay. So 2.7 is for this kind of thing is considered what? Over design? Anybody share? 2.7 safety factor for this is considered over design. Too strong. Okay. So and then let's say if we use 2.5 axis generative design, okay, 3 axis and additive. So we all get different results and probably different shapes. Okay, different safety factors, different weight, and also different costs. We can also add cost to the calculation. Okay, I think it's okay. Okay. All right. So generative design. So explore multiple manufacturable outcomes. Okay. Design inspired, part consolidation, weight reduction, create custom work holding, manufacturing cost inside. So this is the thing that you can do, not just lightweighting a component. Okay. There are many ways to improve our products. Okay. So the capabilities is by specified design requirement, we tell the software, the application, our requirements. Okay, we put in all the constraints, all the materials or manufacturing option, what machine we have, what sensing machine we have, okay, and it's cloud soft. Okay, let's say we putting in all the information, want to run that simulation, it calculate on the cloud. Okay, so if earlier Shafiq shared something about simulation and FEA, right? That's running on the PC. So this is an option you have that you can run the simulation on cloud. Okay. Okay. So what is generative design? Improve product performance, increase product innovation, so we can create it in one process. We can improve product performance and get a view on the product variation that we can get and reduce costs. Okay, the main goal is reduce costs. Okay, so something like this. No normal human being can think of something like this straight away. Okay, and make sure that it's strong enough. Okay, so there will be the usual shape, boxy design, right? So it's not easy to get this kind of design. Okay, so the process is very simple. You define what you want. You define where is the constraint, where is the force, where to put the constraint, where to put the force and everything. Generate the studies. So it will be something like this. You try to run the thing, get within a few shapes, and it will give you like a list of results for you to go in and explore and choose. Okay, maybe we can go in. So the shape is displaying. Okay. Okay. Here this is from Inventor. You can see this is from Inventor. So even though the solution that I mentioned earlier is on Fusion 360, it's connected. So from Inventor we can save and we can make Fusion operate directly. So we can create something like a working folder that both software can access. Okay. So now this is the kind of result that you will see. Okay. The kind of result. So they will, after you run the study, they will give you that kind of result. Okay, so now this one we haven't started yet. Maybe from here. Okay, so from Inventor, so we can save, let's say, save the components to save it as some part for study purpose. Okay, and then after we save it, we need to, the first thing that we need to make sure is the area that we want to keep. Okay, so in this case, this is our critical area. So we want this to be will still be there after the studies. Okay, so we just create some so-called allocation of box just to make sure that it's still there. Okay, so later on, it's easier for us to identify. We're going to tell the system that I want to exclude this from the studies, so they will do that. Okay, so it's very simple, just simple editing and showing what area that you want to exclude from the studies. Okay, and then we can just save it. Okay, good. Next one. So now it's in Fusion. You can see that this is Fusion interface. The video thing. Okay. So after we put it into that folder, so Fusion will also have access to that file. So directly you can just open in Fusion, and from here we can see that we straight away change to generative design studies. Okay, run the studies. Okay, and then this is the kind of result that you will see. Okay, you can see on the right hand side here from the study outcome. What is the material? Okay, what is the strength? What is the cost? All that. Okay, maybe I'll try to read. Yeah. Okay. So now, maybe what we can do is I can run big case. Select the shape, whatever shape that we want to include in the studies, and what shape we want to exclude from the studies. So now the red one is exclude from the studies. Okay, we now setting up the things, design condition. We putting in all the structure constraint, okay, the structural loads. Okay, we putting in all the grid. All will have loads in real life. Okay, and then So this is the manufacturing method. So we can set additive manufacturing or using milling. Okay, milling also we can more elaborate into 2-axis, 3-axis, and so on. Okay, and then we can also set the tool diameter, whatever diameter or die casting that we're going to use. We set all that. Okay, and then materials. What materials we want to include in the study? We are not just running on one materials. We can add multiple materials. So they will run that study based on multiple materials. Okay. So from there, you get something like this. This is very organic shapes. And this. Okay, so this is the design preview. Okay, so this is one of the so-called outcome from the study. So we can see the properties, okay, the material used, okay, the volume, and so on. So let's see. Sorry about that. Okay. So here, let's say after we get some of the recommendations, okay, the outcome that we want, so we can see the product is strong enough, okay, the cost is also very suitable for our budget, okay. So in Fusion, we can also do this machining, so we can run the things, okay, to see the CAM, and then after we're done with that, okay, we can send it back so that Inventor can bring in all the new improved parts, okay. So now people say, okay, we can bring in all that improved part from generative design, now add it into our Inventor assembly, and straight away use it. Okay, so you didn't even have to leave the platform or the applications. Okay, so I go to next. Okay, it's a bit of sharing of stories. Okay, so I think we a bit of time seem to have some technical issues. Sorry about that. So everybody here already? Yes. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Good. Not much. A little bit more. So a bit on some story on this customer called CB or project leader. So basically they are doing so-called a very big EDA tools. Okay. So their challenges. Okay, they want to improve their products, of course. Okay, to lower the weight of a cast piece. Cast piece is always very, very heavy. So they improve to make it lighter. So they use Fusion 360 to reduce the weight of that particular part. Okay. So next, the target is 60% mass reduction. Okay, to save around 30,000 kilos of material per cooler per project. Okay, so we generative design. Okay. So the story is, so this is their product. EDA cooler, very big, around probably 50 to 70 or 80 meters long. Okay. Okay, the story is they discovered generative design. Okay, probably went to some events like us, go to this kind of event. Now, oh, now we have generative design. Oh, that's a generative design. So they went to the same similar event. Okay, and then they start to play around, tested on it. Okay. Of course, when they first start, they get a lot of variations, all that organic shapes, this kind of thing. Okay, and then after they run the generative design with multiple time studies, okay, so they get multiple variations where they take into consideration. So from this one so organic looks like very manufacturable now okay. From all these alien shapes now becomes like very okay already, easy to manufacture. Okay, and then this is the end product. So from this 168 kilos reduced to become 52 kilos. This is just one component. Okay, imagine there's 10 of this, and maybe there's an addition of other parts. That is how fast it is you can improve the components nowadays. Okay. Oh, battery is running low. So they plug it in, but they didn't on. The one day is misbehave. Okay. Okay. Last one from me. Okay, collaboration problems in the market. Do you agree that you are facing this? Is everyone facing something like this? Mostly here, probably from engineering or design department, correct? A lot of departments are coming to you for files, for design, for probably bill of materials, part to order. Purchaser come chase you, sales find you, the supplier come find you also. So you're a very important person. Okay, so this is just to show that, okay, so everybody comes to design and engineering department for something. Okay, they have no view on what you are having. They don't know what is the latest file, what is the latest improvement or the latest product. Okay, like for example, if you are doing a customized project, so every project will have different numbers of parts, different types of parts. Okay, salesperson who have 10 projects will come to you 10 times for different projects, asking for what part to order. I want to order from which brand or which supplier. All this will come to you also. Yeah, I believe everyone will agree in that. Okay, so the current collaboration tools most probably will be some of this or all of these. So everyone using all this to collaborate internal and externally. Email, yes. SharePoint, I believe so. Network drive, certainly, and basic cloud storage, right? Google Drive, what else? Send it, OneDrive, Dropbox, lagi? USB. Okay. So from just to tell you a bit. So apart from just using basic cloud storage, Dropbox and anything, since you already have license to Autodesk application, you already have Autodesk Drive. You can try Autodesk Drive as well. Okay. Okay, but that's not the focus today. The focus today is on creativity. Just now I was showing you the work professionals. Okay, that one is on-prem, that one is very creative. So this is on the cloud, on the Fusion platform. Okay, you can open the file, view the files. Okay, there's no CAD required to view and see and collaborate on the file. Okay, let's move further. Okay, so from here, so what's the benefit of data management? Collaborate on the cloud by using the Fusion team. So since we are in the top of Fusion just now, right? So why not straight away use the Fusion collaboration tool where you can invite all internal and external stakeholders to participate in the project. For example, I have project A. I invite all the 10 people who involved in the project in the group. Okay, so all the progress, all the communication, everyone in the project will have a see. Okay, so you can see like communications, okay, like a Facebook chat, right? Okay, trail of chat. We can see who say what to change, markups. Okay, we also can do some version control, file storage, file management, user management, and everything of the files. Okay, so it's easy to find a file there. Okay, share your 3D model, okay, to external or maybe your customer. Okay, you can also share it as full design files, basically sending all the parts together. Or we can use something like what Shafiq shared earlier, the shared view. The person can just view, can just explode it, measure it, something like that, without having access to the original parts. Okay, that's very good, also very safety. This discussion can be made within the platform. Okay, view the things. It can be viewing in 2D or even 3D. So, quick one. Okay, collaboration with Fusion 360. Okay, on the cloud. Okay, so here is our Fusion 360. So let's say I upload a file. I upload a file into Fusion 360. Okay, once it's uploaded, can see, look at the file, but this is some stopper for more. Okay, so we want to do more design. So this is a stopper. So after some editing, okay, more insert, inspector, more insert, putting in there. Okay, now the next part is just to send for approval. We want to check approval whether this is approved design or not. So can we proceed or not? So I want to add another person into the project. Just insert the email. Okay, they will now have access to this. He can view and communicate like this. Comment it like this. See? Can put in comments, see, can track all these comments. This is on web browser. Web browser is the Google Chrome or your Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer no more. Okay, so all this is done on web. You already have access to this in case you have students, in case your license is PDMC. Okay, so what I did here is just sharing with you that you already have it. Probably you can try to explore it. So in case you need more training, always come back to AutoCAD and check the system and get the trainings you needed. Okay, almost at the end. Promise. I don't know how many promises already I made today. Okay. Just sharing a bit on Autodesk design to manufacturing portfolio. So there's a limited of time of what we can share. So our time frame is very short. Half a day, right? If you talk about everything, probably took 1 week. Probably need to create exhibition, convention, something. Okay, so just sharing with you guys that Autodesk design to manufacturing portfolio. So they can do it. They have the solution from concept, okay, up to the so-called operation portion of the project. Okay, so from concept, the one that we shared today is only on this orange box, the one in product design and manufacturing collections. Okay, how many products is there? I mean, count. Okay, so apart from outside of this orange box is the more advanced or extra capabilities out there. Things like alias, okay, to do high-end surfacing for car body and so on. Let's look at maybe visualization. I already mentioned about 3ds Max, but there are also more advanced things like V-Ray that usually use mostly commonly used by our automotive industry. V-Ray, okay, Navisworks. Okay, advanced manufacturing. So if there are any mold maker or machinists in here, so you probably need maybe in future need more advanced capabilities. So this is where Autodesk has more advanced manufacturing capabilities. Okay, advanced manufacturing, Nastran, Inventor Nastran, more flow and data management, cloud connections or Fusion and so on. So along all the way, so Fusion can cover all. Some portion of it, okay. Some of the main industry is listed here. Okay. Now questions. Okay, this is really end. Now asking questions. Okay, any question for all the presenters today? There are 4 presenters including Wendy. So in case you have question for Wendy, then she's there. Okay, or you have question for Nick, Shafiq, or me, you can raise your hand. Any questions?
What was it?
Yes.
For the generative design, with the skill, it works based on point basis, right?
Macam prepaid, yes.
Prepaid lah,
correct.
Basis dia macam
Macam mana basis dia? Okay, so that depends on parts complexity. Okay. Huh?
Material.
And materials, part complexity and materials.
bayar dahulu baru dapat kita.
Okay, so the study dapat dulu. You want that result, you pay. Right? But then macam you buy a package of prepaid lah, prepaid card. There's a prepaid card RM10. Okay, with that study, maybe that one component you done study cost you RM2. So you deduct RM2 from that. But the currency that we use is flat token lah. Just to make it simple, macam prepaid card. Okay. So the how much it charge depend on the complexity and the material used. So there are some reference table lah. Okay.
So for example, macam
so for example, we review our license every year kan, of course lah, using product design and manufacturing design. Jadi adakah kita akan dapat macam a lump sum of coin for us?
Oh, Okay, so with the new currency so-called flat software, after renewal dia tak ada barisan. Oh, tak ada. It's separate. The so-called currency is separate.
But we plan to explore that kind of design, right? But we don't want to study and then we really spend.
Okay, so the so-called tokens, okay, they come in batch. So you tak perlu beli like 100 tokens dari. So they come from small package to a bigger package. So let's say you want to try, probably we'll try the 100 token dulu. So roughly, let's say one study probably cost like maybe 7 to 10 tokens a bit. Roughly 7 to 10 tokens for one study. So you can start with the 100 token package dulu. You see if that's workable, always you can expand lah, add more. So that's why it's scalable also. We tak lagi like say 1000 token langsung okay, you pakai lah. Okay, so dia ada macam batch lah. So you boleh ambil 100 token dulu, test, it's okay, workable, add more. If let's say ada klik, betul nak pakai, buy more license. Buy more license. Example, okay. Right? Did I answer your question?
Okay.
Right. Any other questions? Good question. Thank you. Yes. Bagi mic. Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Why? See, like the list there. Okay.
No, it's not the list there. So, quick one. So, related to the VRAC, right?
Sorry?
VRAC.
VRAC. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm actually focusing more on the training side. I have this existing step now, right? I would like to make it into a VR, right? And then can it be designed in a way that it's movable parts, like everything existing step parts? Is there any extra work required
to make it like movable, accessible, so instead of that big. Yeah. Right, so that comes in the during the VR content creation. So if let's say you model it in VR, right? Sorry, you use VR. So it depends on during the first is the modeling. So if when you model it, it is movable. Okay. So when you create the content for VR, you can specify on the process. It's like a constraint or something.
Let's say because maybe the design is not meant for global, right? Let's say I step out of the factory, right, for the machine, and I want it to be animated. Is it possible?
Okay, so everything starts from the model. The model needs to be movable first. So at least it's separated from. It's not one component. We're talking about doors, right, for example. Yeah. So it's separated component first, and then it's able to open at least. So the rest of the constraint, the moving mechanism, all need to be done after that lah. But it's best if the moving mechanism is done during the modeling.
Okay. Then let's put one step down, right?
Okay.
Let's not look at the PR, let's look at the inventor level. Right? Okay. So let's say I want to teach service technician, right? Okay. I want to assemble a machine. Right? I have the step downs already, right? Can I design a sequence like, or if you put the screw in first, after that you put the washer, it's wrong. You know?
Yeah, you can.
Something that you can.
So in Inventor, there is this so-called presentation mode, presentation file, .ipn. It's called presentation file, right? Okay, so where we can do assemble instructions. Okay, like which component comes in first, okay, and then it can be in the form of videos. The end format will be the videos, and also you can be put into drawings. So it's something like you go IKEA, is that as for the view of the components, right? It's something like that. It is done inside Inventor. This is called presentation mode.
Can we do something like the workshop that we had earlier, the model, one that we share the QR code?
Okay.
And the user can actually freely do an explode drawing.
Okay, from that link, I mean the one Sabit check, that one they just explode it randomly like that based on the axis of the assembly. Okay, so but let's say if you want to make it like a more detail of the axis, you need to in the IPN files. So basically, when I go with, are you familiar with Inventor? No. Okay. So Inventor have presentation mode where we specify, for example, this is 3 components. For example, we can exclude it 1, 2, and 3. Okay, but inside here also have other things. You cannot move this axis. You need to move like this axis and move the rest. So this need to be so-called customized on your own, based on your understanding of the products, and also based on your requirement of your end assembly instruction. You need to do yourself move. Well, from what Shafiq shared in the shared view is they will automatically explode only. If the component, there's component inside, they probably just clash. It's not logical. So it needs to be done one step by another. So the one in the shared view is like they auto explode. If the component already inside, it just langgar the things. Okay? So it's something that you probably want to explore, Inventor presentation file. Okay?
Yeah, that's about it. Thanks.
Alright, thank you.
By the way, where are you from, sir? Daripada mana? From where? Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, any other questions? Very interesting question today. Other questions? So I'm very shy crowd today. Okay, only 2 questions.
What just now like capture how many what users just now? When you ask the raise hand?
What user? I didn't ask what user. Any what user in house?
Not many, yeah. So maybe I ask on the old questions, right? How do you, I mean, a lot of people may have like Dropbox, you know, SharePoint. How differences? What are the differences between the using Vault and versus all the file management software that which the company has already invested?
Okay, so if comparing things like Dropbox, OneDrive with something like a PDM based application, okay, like Vault just now, it's CAD aware. Okay, like Vault or Fusion is CAD aware. They know it's a 3D model. They know the connection of that part with another part. Okay, so they know that part have drawings. Okay, they know that that part is in what assembly. But in SharePoint or in Dropbox, they just treat all your assembly there as one part. Okay, there's no connection. They don't know. Plus, you get more information in Vault. So like who open it last, okay, what's the latest version, latest revisions of the file, a bill of materials you can see, you can even view it in Vault. You cannot view the assembly in OneDrive. You can view it in Vault without even having to install the Inventor or AutoCAD file to view. It can be viewed inside Vault. Vault has its own viewer. Okay. Okay, right.
Yeah, why I asked that, right, is actually learning from some of the customers actually going path, right? The organization is going to a vision listed company, right? One of the standards and required is actually data management. So I guess a few scenarios I want to actually just share that what we have learned, right? What site actually has called out. If you have a journey, if the company is actually having a journey to go listed in the near future, 5 years, we talk near future means 5 years. The near faster is actually 3 years. Data management is one of the key components to get certified and to get qualified to go listed. So this conversation, I think, site has helped us also on the ground, has addressed many kind of questions using Vault to address the what ISO standard, right? That needed, right? So take mind in that doesn't mean that you are right, because I think today why we are trying to capture are you using it or whatsoever, because you do not know what you do not know, right? So the question I asked just now is actually if in case your company is looking at the listed process in 5 years' time, has a vision of that, data management is one of the key compliance things, right? Vault is different from any of the shared file, because that file, that is called file management. Vault is
product data
drawing, I would call it a drawing management. I mean, it comes to the sensitivity of the drawing, the lines, all these things changes in your drawing. So that is very big difference there. So look at this solution as well, especially in case that your company is looking at the listed journey in very near future. Near future means 3 to 5 years. Right? We need 3 years report, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? If not, we'll proceed to the next presenter. Oh no, there's no other presenter. So the next will be Chris First, quiz first. Okay, so we are doing a quiz. Okay, so anybody have questions? Okay, so we have for the quiz, we have a very limited edition of the camera. Yes, okay, so can you guys? Okay, so there are three. So do you have any question you want to ask? Okay, so I have a question on the side. Okay, so I explained a few products just now, right? So anybody still remember Navisworks? Okay, so I would like to, can someone list me or give me 2 Navisworks capabilities that I just explained earlier? You can raise up your hand and they will rush to you to meet mic. 2. Oh, yeah,
Left detection and look around.
yes. So
Thank you very much.
So another question will come from Mr. Nick. We have this question on phone. I'll just passing the.
Alright, so what I will ask is, can you share at least 2 of the transformation capability that I share on journey to digital transformation? Yeah, the 5 capability that I share as well.
Anyone? You can Google.
I
Open book test in Google.
customization. Okay. Yeah. There is a word in front. All right. And what kind of manufacturing are we talking about moving forward? Anyone want to take a guess? Give it a try.
Okay.
So I just possible just right. Digital collaboration and mass customization.
Right. Okay. Take photo first.
All right, thank you for the question.
Okay. Somebody asked for software right now. Okay, let's see. Let me stop sharing this first. Okay, so background. Okay, last question will come from Mr. Shafiq. So,
All right, so my question is really straightforward, really simple. What is the short form for product configuration?
Next question.
Anyone?
Hi.
Product. Hi.
Right.
Okay, Gary, just introduce yourself first.
Oh, my name is Nadia from Mexico.
Okay.
Maybe I logic.
Yes, correct.
Nampaklah seorang yang fokus ni.
okay. So we still have something. So wait. So we still have something. Surprise. So you want to take for the, I don't know what's that. Oh, you have something. Okay. So thank you everyone. So I'll pass back to the host. Okay. Copy share. Okay. We are loading up very nice background. Okay. All right. Sessions.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sai, for the insightful and fun presentation. Okay. and to all of our guests for your kind attention. Ladies and gentlemen, are you all ready for some fun and surprise? Louder, louder. Yes or no? Yes, okay. All right, today we have prepared 5 gifts for the lucky draw among you. I won't call it a lucky draw, actually, more to a lucky check, to be honest. Yeah, a lucky check. The lucky draw has been drawn since the first time you set your foot in the hall. Okay? Before beginning, I want everyone to look under your chairs. Check carefully for a small piece of paper hidden beneath your seat. If you find one, please raise your hands. You can check under your 1 those that with congratulations in getting the prizes. Okay, the other couple, yes, congratulations. There is 5, okay? Okay. Look into it.
Under your seat, under the table, maybe under that.
So we have the first video, okay? You have it? Yes, okay, please stand up. All right, if you have a piece of paper with the word congratulations, please stand up and come down to the stage area. Let's give them a round of applause, everyone. Another lucky one. Mana? Don't try. Okay. Macam maybe dia jatuh ke betul. Okay, one more. Is it one more? One more. One more. You have one. I think here. You can check under the empty chair. Someone already. So kalau okay, jatuh. Apa yang dapat? Okay, series. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Congrats and thank you to all the winners. All right. Before we take a photo and head for lunch, I would like everyone to spare just 1 minute and fill out our evaluation form. You may scan the QR code shown on the screen or on the table. If you have any problems, please raise your hand. Okay, you may scan the QR code and fill out the form now. Thank you.
Transition. Right. 1, 2, 3, start. Sekarang bye-bye.
Okay, untuk lunch, kena jalan kaki sikit, because it's outside, inside the golf course dekat luar sana. So kita ada sediakan bagi, tapi bagi itu satu round for 6-7 people saja. So siapa yang tak nak jalan boleh naik bagi, ataupun jalan kaki boleh dekat luar, ataupun melalui inside this ada koridor inside this building. Nanti the hotel guy will assist, dia ada dekat luar sana. Dia dekat clubhouse ujung, I think dalam 3 minit, 4 minit jalan kaki lah. Ada nanti ya. Our people also we apa ada dekat depan tu boleh tolong bawa sekali lah dekat sana. Okay, so kita jumpa dekat sana nanti. Yeah, map on the slide.
Mas yang ini dia wayar-wayar. Benda-benda sekali saja. Laptop masuk tu, handphone jangan lupa. Alright. Ni cabut semua. I can just
Dia isu ni review sebab apa yang saya faham dari problem, orang buka parametric model dekat review. Dia bukan parametric dekat review. Review model tadi yang dia nak review family yang parametric lah. Dia kalau isu yang dari basic boleh buat aerodynamic, yang better boleh generate RFA. Tapi itu satu tempat nama. So satu tempat nama ni generate satu tempat nama. Tapi yang orang nak dalam review dia dah ada part number dia boleh bukan seperti itu. Dia buat reference. Itu part. Tapi sebenarnya kalau dia orang pernah guna proses tu dari Inventor.
Ini dah boleh end live kan? Mas Sam? Boleh end live semua kan? Dah boleh end live semua kan? Boleh.
yang diubah tu. Yang tak akan diubah.